Hello and welcome to Broadcasting Scotland's special report here at Holyrood, outside Scotland's Parliament, where a crowd has gathered to mark the end of Britain's relationship with the European Union and hopefully to prepare for Scotland's continued membership of the European Union moving forwards. There's a large crowd, some speeches have already started. We will get down there just very shortly to have a look at what else is happening. I need to get that. See ya. It's not ideal, is it? Stage is over that way. Yeah, the Pipers I think on the stage. You right? You can get a shot, then.
Some people I'm tethered to it, Kenny. Huh? I'm tethered to it.
All right.
It's helping them make their minds up. We've been supported in this rally by Edinburgh for Europe, which is one of those groups. And they're part of a larger European movement that was set up after the Second World War in recognition of the importance of having an umbrella of nations that would make sure what happened and what we see commemorated so recently in that appalling anniversary of Auschwitz. That kind of thing can never happen again because we are all friends, we're all sitting together, we're all talking together. So the European movement folk have done a great job, and they've been quite involved with Deirdre Brock, who is the MP for Edinburgh North and Leith. And she's here tonight. Please give her a very warm welcome.
Hi everyone, Beskama, Holyrood. I'm Deirdre Brock, as Leslie said, I'm the MP for Edinburgh North and Leith. I'm very proud to be so, and as you can possibly get my accent, I'm Aussie, Scot. I'm New Scot, and but I value my European citizenship just as much as yours.
See if you can get in front of the camera and see what happens.
But the thing I really wanted to say on first was, I have a message for all the citizens of Europe. You are welcome here. You are welcome in Scotland, in Scotland's capital. You are our friends, our neighbours, our family, and you will always be
Right,
welcome.
you're very blue, so you can come back out just now.
European country. We refuse to be divorced from our European family. We haven't left the European Union, we've just stepped out from it. We will be back. They might be pulling up the drawbridge in Downing Street, they might be turning off the lights and pulling down the blinds, but we will not follow their example. Bismarck said, and I don't often quote Bismarck, but I'm going to quote him this time, the mistakes that have been committed in foreign policy are not, as a rule, apparent to the public until a generation afterwards. this generation
Can you even stand back in
knows
front of me?
the damage and the harm caused by the poor judgment of this UK government. We already know their mistakes of foreign policy in the past 40 years.
Okay.
We already see the damage that
Try not
core
to-
politics does. We see the lives that are harmed.
Look, turn your head down a bit.
Right?
Don't tilt your head back so much. Okay.
These politicians and their politicians.
You can say something if you want.
The
I'll
lights
put the
are
mic
not
on.
going out all over Europe. They are
Mic's
shining
on.
a message of hope and ambition.
Well, what do you want me to talk about?
Just give me a
We shall see
second.
them lit again for us in our lifetimes. We know Brexit will damage Scotland, but it is a stupidity.
What do you want me to say? Okay, well, as you can see, there's a big crowd here. Leslie Riddick is comparing. Deirdre Brock is speaking right now. We've had some pipers and some other musicians as well. We don't have a programme. It's been, obviously, this has been quite a lately organised event. So we've not been able to get a full list of all the speakers. So we can't tell you who's coming up next. But we will just keep watching, keep listening, and see who else is speaking. We're not even sure when this is all due to end, but we will be here until 11 o'clock when we officially do leave the EU. There's going to be a wee ceremony here, and we will be here right up until then. So do stay with us, and we'll get back to the speeches now.
Scotland is overdue determination. We know that. But we are, and always will, remain a European nation. We've been one for centuries. Outward-looking and inclusive. Our European allies will always be our friends.
There's a far thing to see.
We will be back. Let's
Is
extend
that
that.
the back door? Is that our stage there?
I can't.
See there, somebody.
Make sure we all defend their rights.
Pretty sure it's
Where we have allies,
Do you want to go and feel me there?
Yeah.
let's make sure we keep those links really strong. We are Scots and European. We will not forget.
Linda, should this be on? Should this not be on?
Yes, otherwise it'll.
We will be back to staying sometime
The
soon.
box being back to the
Thanks.
Go off.
Great, thanks very much, Deirdre. Now we've got one or two more speakers, a brilliant singer, and another person to show Alba, and then you can kind of go and do something else with yourself until 10 o'clock. So just to give you a kind of idea, there might be a little impromptu, I don't know, dancing or something at the front, but that's what's going to happen imminently. So our next speaker is the Minister for Europe in the Scottish Parliament behind us, Ben McPherson.
Everybody, it's an absolute privilege to be with you here this evening in front of our Parliament, sharing a sense of togetherness. What is a sad and sombre night for many, many of us all around Scotland and around Europe. It's sad and sombre, but we're here in solidarity because we share values together, we share values across the continent of Europe, with our brothers and sisters, our partners and our friends. I've been in Brussels this week and I tell you, the hands are open and the handshakes are warm. The minds are open and listening to our ideas. The hearts are open and empathetic about Scotland's position. And the door is open for us to go back just as soon as we achieve our independence. And part of that, my friends, is because they know that we are open. We are open to working with with others on shared challenges and shared aspirations. They know that we are open to welcoming all of those who come here and make Scotland home, and we will support and be there for every EU national, every EU Scot who is here in our communities, and we deeply value all of their contributions and what they make up of our modern, intercultural, multicultural, forward-looking Scotland.
Can I help?
No, I'm just. Oh, sorry. Is that your camera? I'm just. I've not interfered with your camera.
That's fine.
I'm just looking at how good it looks when you actually look for it.
No worries.
I'll actually try to go in for a piss.
Good luck with that.
You're losing your British identity at the moment because Britain has become a place that you no longer identify with. And I can tell you this, and I think the Yes movement here tonight will cheer so loudly when I say this. We are open and ready to welcome you because we know that people are changing their minds, and we want to help you and to be encouraging of you to understand why we believe in Scottish independence, because we see it as the means to be part of something bigger in the European Union as an equal nation, and something bigger in the international community as a voice for greater social justice and peace. So Europe is open for us to come back. Scotland is open to do all we can to keep welcoming people here to our shores and into our communities. The Yes movement is open to new voices, new activists, and new supporters, and open to answering your questions, reassuring you. What's also opening to new travel. Because as the UK closes the door, we're ready to walk through. Full credit to you for being here tonight. We'll keep the light on, and we will keep the light burning to go. EU, Scotland loves you, and Scotland will come home. Thank you. Let's keep that alive.
Righty, we have our last speaker now, and it's kind of probably fitting in a way that she is taking up here at the end of the rally, because she's actually had to kind of fit herself into already a really awkward situation, because she was the SNP MEP who was in Brussels for just 4 days. And was kind of blocked actually from even getting there by you know who. So, can you have a big cheer please for Heather Anderson?
Records for being the shortest serving MEP. Sorry, can people hear that? I think I'm in the Guinness Book of Records for being the shortest serving MEP, and I've got 4.5 hours to go. So I just wanted to say, I keep saying these are my first 4 days, not my last 4 days, because we will be back. And again, I just want to share with you the huge amount of warmth and emotion and friendship and openness right across the EU. Somebody interviewed me yesterday and said mixed emotions in the chamber. You think, no, there was a small group of rather mad people who were told to leave and take their flags with them, and there were 700 people with us singing Auld Lang Syne. So I think there's huge openness to Scotland. I was approached by at least 5 people who said, when can you take out Scottish nationality? So our job is to make sure we secure our nationhood and stand on our own 2 feet. Join that amazing network. We deserve to be on the world stage and be part of that amazing network, and we will be back with them soon. Thank you very much.
mentioned, final act. It should have actually been our first act. We had a wee bit of a kind of sound problem. Has just hit another bit of a sound problem at the back, so that's a bit of a shame, eh? So I'm just wondering if the Shore Alba guys are kind of able to give us a one more tune to give him time to get his sound problem sorted. And when you look round, where are these guys when you need them, eh? I mean, they're pretty distinctive, they can't hide. There they are, they're coming, come on, give them a cheer. Shore Alba! I'm tempted. No, tonight we didn't think about you asking for requests. No, I didn't. Right, right. Can you stand by for the Scotland the Brave set?
Andrew.
Are you back? How are you keeping? Good, good.
But I'm going like live just now.
Hello, and we're joined now by Andrew Wilson from All Under One Banner. Andrew, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well, Kenny. How are you?
It's an emotional experience, I think, tonight. Have you enjoyed the speeches?
I have. I heard the end of Joe Cherry and I heard Alan Smith, and I thought they both spoke extremely well.
And have you been talking to any of the other people here?
I've been talking to a few other journalists. It's been striking all week the amount of attention and interest we're getting from all across Europe. So I've spoken with journalists from Czechoslovakia, from France in the last hour or so, and during the week Spanish journalists, Swiss, more French journalists. So I'm very aware that all across Europe in capital cities, Scotland is getting a lot of attention tonight.
And so what have you been telling them, and what have they been saying to you?
They're asking about the implications of Brexit for independence and the Scottish independence movement. They're asking the questions about how will Scotland move to independence and what will independence look like. And they're keen to understand the breadth and the depth of the supporters of independence and the way in which the independence movement is moving now.
And speaking for All Under One Banner, I mean, obviously it must be nice to come to a rally that you didn't have to organise for once. What do you think, how is All Under One Banner looking for the rest of the year now?
Well, plans are well underway for the rest of the year. We had a meeting with Angus Council today, as it happens, with regard to the planning for the first march of the year, which is on Saturday, the 4th of April in Arbroath. So the planning for that is well underway, and I can also say that the planning for the further marches throughout the year is in full swing just now. So we're very enthusiastic and very encouraged by the responses that we're getting and by the engagement that we're getting. One other important thing is that we are organising an assembly, which is not a march, it's an innovation for All Under One Banner. We're bringing together activists and yes groups and other interested organisations into a private meeting to sit and discuss and strategise and talk about how people would like to see the marches develop and other good ideas, and that bringing together is intended to help galvanise even more support and to broaden and deepen marches through 2020 as well.
Well, Andrew, I'm sure we all appreciate all the work that you do. Broadcasting Scotland will, of course, be at as many of those marches as we can. We expect to be at all of them, so we will see you there. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks, Kenny.
I can see blue bonnets.
Right, another big cheer for Sean Alba! Right, the man who was here before the stage was even put up and who's been waiting patiently, then getting all the sound system problems sorted and everything, is an incredible singer. He's here to finish us off tonight. He's here to lift your spirits. As if they could actually be raised anymore by having this, just being bathed in everything that we know to be Scottish. It's fabulous. So, would you give a warm, warm welcome to Andrew Gordon?
Well, I suppose we better sing something fast then, since I've supposed to warm us up a wee bit. And we you, and we you, and we you, my Johnny lad. And that's the bubble dog, but shen we you, my Johnny lad. And I'm for a hobby. And then I got a penny bag to buy tobacco me. And we you, and we you, and we you, my Johnny lad. And that's the bubble dog, but shen we you, my Johnny lad. This song's been the demon like many real life. We other people's lives.
If somebody
Somebody comes live in an interview,
the thing that's like, there's a microphone.
The country which likes and drinks and such. One day you've got no water and the next you've bloody bunch.
The middle one, then the level you can use the
Our country's in and off, the makes its mortgage to the hilt. If they get their way at Westminster, they tax your bloody kilt. And we do, and we do, and we do, my Johnny lad. And that's the bucket of my shit for you, my Johnny lad. The Queen was in the parlour, eating bread and honey. Boris Johnson's in the counting house, fiddling Scotland's money. And we do, and we do, and we do, my Johnny lad. And that's the bucket of my shit for you, my Johnny lad. said Johnny, he's a nationalist, Johnny, he's no fool. Says all the problems, well, he's always Scotland gets home rule. And we do, my Johnny lad. I'll lance the buckles off my shin for you, my Johnny lad. And we do, my Johnny lad. I'll lance the buckles off my shin for you, my Johnny lad. Look at the witch. So I'm going to sing you a song now. This is another Burns one. We've already had a couple of Burns songs tonight. This is the one that used for the opening of the film behind us. Sheena Wellington sang it back then. A hand that is openly overtaken. A hard-working fellow, grinding and bending, Scotland's old flag, right in the air. Thank you very much. So I've been asked to do just one more song, and I'm trying. Okay, 4, 5, 3 more. Do you want to hear a beautiful song about the Spanish Civil War then? Yeah! I wasn't going to do any slow ones, but this is such a fantastic song. It was introduced to me by my friend June Johnson, who I play with. And it's a song written by a guy called Frank Ray. And it's all about a young man who's leaving his home in Hamilton to go over to fight for the international brigades in Spain. Wrapped in home to the for that. It was just about one anyway. He said there was something we just had to do. And he spoke about voting for the fascists. Said you're old enough for time to get there on your own. Sure that you can run your bus, take it on. Who was there to tell her about where he was going? He said he was headed for Paris. He said, give me a hug and give me a smile. Asked the man, and he'll lift you over the turnstile. And wave your red banner and hear the crowd. Always remember, it's the one over. At the end of the road, we bumped into some mates. Twisted about the international brigades. They said he was daft, he said he couldn't wait to march into Spain with his brothers. And wrapped up the ball, to him it was clear. Find them there, then we will find them here. And he said that there was nothing to fear, as long as we are stood together. He said, give me a hug and give me a smile. As the man would endure the turnstile and wave your red banner over the ground. Sometimes the others talk more than their share. People wonder when they ignore them. And he slipped me a tanner I still never speak. I say hasta whatever that meant. Then he smiled, he kissed me, and he turned and he went. That was the last time. He said, give me a hug and give me a smile. Asked the man and he'll endure the turnstile. Oh, with your red banner and you the crowd. Always remember, it's the fun old time. So I keep it and I keep it a smile. Asked the man and he lifted me out the turnstile. And I waved my red banner and I heard the crowds roar. And I'll always remember it's been long, no more. Thank you very much. So let's get you all singing along again. I'm sure From all the videos I've seen from them, this is one of the popular ones that are on these rallies. It's a song written by Dougie MacLean. You can see the changes that have come on me these last 2 days. I've been afraid that I might drift away, and I've been telling stories and singing songs that made me think about where I came from. Now that's I see so far away today. Now let me tell you that I love you, that I think about you all the time. Now that all you're home, and I go home. And if I should become a stranger, you know that it would make me mourn. 'Cause Caledonia's everything I've ever I've through the points that I needed through, and I've lost the friends that I need to lose and find others are the way. I've kissed the ladies and crying. I've started dreams, yes, there's no denying. I've traveled hard with conscience flying somewhere in the way. Now let me tell you that I love you, I think about you all the time. Now that you're gone, and now I go home. And if I should become a stranger, you know that it would make me more than sad. 'Cause Caledonia's I've ever now I'm sitting here before the fire, the empty room, the thought is quiet. The friends I could higher have weathered now they're gone. Tomorrow, when the nights are shaking, when the breezes blow, and I must disappear. Now let me tell you that I love you, that I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, and I'm going home. And if I should become a stranger, you know that it would make me more than sad. 'Cause Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. Thank you very much, everyone. Well done in turning out for such a fantastic turnout for tonight, showing appreciation to Mike and Leslie for organising the event. Big round of applause to the sound guys who have battled against the odds tonight to make it all happen. Thanks to all of you guys. I'm going to finish this off with the Robbie Burns song again. This is the standard song that I finish off a night with normally. Ye Jacobites by name, lend an ear, lend an ear. Ye Jacobites by name, lend an ear. Ye Jacobites by name, your thoughts I will proclaim, your judgments I but blame. You will hear, you will hear, your judgments I but blame. You will.
Thank you, Chief.
I love, what's right, but it's wrong, I belong. What's right, but it's wrong, I started out alone. I found a spell, nothing wrong, nothing wrong. I found a spell, nothing wrong. It activates my name, I'm possible to what makes it all explain? Bring the fun, bring the fun. What makes it all explain? Bring the fun. What makes it all explain? To witness this life. Oh, the man is doing what he would. I'm not the man is doing what he would. It activates my name. It activates my name.
Sure, professional.
It activates my name. I'm possible to play. Alone in the States, the lake skims alone in the States. The lake skims alone, adore the rising sun, and leave the world and come into his space.
If somebody turns up, you know what to do.
And leave the man and come into his space. Talk about my name, It my name, he has thoughts of everything. It activates my name. It activates my name. It activates my name, he has thoughts of everything. Give up, give up. Time of when you are here. Thank you very much, folks. Good night. Cheers.
Well, that was well worth waiting for, eh? Another hand for Andrew. I love that song. I think we all did, about the Spanish Civil War. And some of you may have heard today that some MEP had suggested Scotland should just watch it. If we keep supporting the Catalans, we'll have a bit of a problem when it comes to the EU. I don't think any of us are going anywhere on that. We support Catalans' right to self-determination. We're going to do this our way. We're going to do it with heart. We're going to do it with authenticity, with sincerity, with connection, with music, with dance, and with everything that makes us a Scottish people. So, can I just finish by thanking people? I know this is kind of off the boring bit, but by gum, there's been a lot that's gone into this. First of all, you. And this is quite an important thing, because this was not organised by a political party or by the all under one banner. Great guys. But actually, hold your breath, this was organised by people from Edinburgh. And the march in Inverness last weekend was organised by people from Inverness. And it would be a lovely thing if the media who are here, and thank you media for coming, because there are media from all sorts of foreign countries here, and the BBC, and STV, and Channel 4, and Channel 5. But they're here because of you. And they're here because they know that Brexit is the harbinger of the breakup of the Union. But it's important that the media know that as well as a Scottish Parliament, as well as the SNP, as well as the Greens who've been holding another brilliant rally in Glasgow tonight, there is massive people power in Scotland behind independence. And if we had only had the wherewithal, wouldn't it have been great if we could have had a big screen behind us, waving along in the wind and bursting every form of battery behind me, that could have shown us the folk in Arran, in Kirriemuir, in Aberdeen, in Stirling. Because this is spontaneous people power that we're witnessing now. And that matters massively, because movements don't grow from the top down, they grow from the bottom up. So thank you to the Scottish Independence Foundation, who paid for the stage so you can even see us, and our sound equipment. Thank you to the sound guys, whose company I wrote down too small to be able to see what the name is, but they've done a fantastic job. Thanks to Indie Live, who've been live streaming this, as they always do. And if you can ever contribute to their crowdfunder, these are the guys who are showing Scotland what civic society's about. Well beyond even independence, they're fantastic. Obviously, big thanks to the Edinburgh Yes Hub and Mike Blackshaw. I'm glad you cheered. There's a bucket. Right, seriously, will someone come and take this bucket? I know this is a bit of a Dave Morris, come here, I can see you. Come on, come here. It's not Dave Morris, apologies. Right, will somebody come and take this out of my hand, right? And put it round, if you will. There's other buckets going round. All the people who have turned up here tonight, all the musicians and all the speakers, well, all the musicians have been volunteers, and they come here in their own time, including the extraordinary show Alba and Andrew that we've just heard. So please give them another big round of applause. I have now been able to read my writing. Dynamic live events, our fabulous sound team. I'm sure I'll have forgotten to thank somebody else, because it always happens. Anything obvious? The speakers, I think I've thanked them already, and the lasses who've been gallantly holding up for sign. I'm also requested to thank the no voters who are open to independence, who are standing here now. So, we're going to draw this part of the night to a close. I know there's been a lot of things said here tonight, and it's an extraordinary thing that an institution, who'd have ever thought, the EU. I heard last night on the wireless on Radio Scotland, someone had emailed into the Brian Burnett show, and it was the theme of the night was pin-ups on your wall. And this lassie had got a map of the EU on her wall. That was her pin-up. Well, God love her for being able to translate something that's quite a dry institutional thing into what it really is for us. This is not just about trade, though that matters. This is actually a cultural and an emotional thing now. And it's a thing about solidarity with folk being regarded as other, which we simply will not tolerate in the new Scotland. I was in Brussels last week for the final ever press trip to Brussels, organised by the Scotland office of the EU Commission in Britain. None of the other offices sent anyone. And the thing that stuck in my mind, and there's lots you can chuck at the EU, it's not perfect, not by a long shot. But the guiding principle of the new Commission President is this. She said in her opening address, a European is someone who believes in social protection. Now, quite honestly, that combined with the emphasis on a Green New Deal for Europe, that does it for me, and it distinguishes with the kind of wreckage that we get from Boris Johnson's government in terms of a benefit system that really is not fit for purpose, but we must live with and mitigate. So, enough talking for tonight. I hope I've thanked everyone. The main thing is you, because we took a flyer on this, we didn't know you'd come, and you did. So, thank you once again. Who here are European citizens? Thank you for that. 10 o'clock, if you want to get back here, Lorna Slater will be speaking from the Greens. The Edinburgh for Europe organisation will be running the show. There's going to be some tremendous light display that I'm not going to reveal because it will spoil it. And there's going to be a candlelit vigil. So that gives you a bit of time to go and do whatever you need to do. But for now, thank you very much for your attention, your support, and the kind of love that's gone in this way.
The streaming starts again.
You want me to do a wee wrap up?
Yeah. I've got some footage in this. Kind of what would have been the perfect time to do this. Rewritten.
Turns out my boyfriend's in Germany watching the stream. Right, the camera is up somewhere up here. He just described where to go to find the camera.
It's alright, but just got to fucking answer them. Hi Jordan. Right, we're going to do a piece of camera then, switch to what do you call it, play the video, and then we'll shut it down. We'll shut it down. Right, see the one you see this first will put info. So click on the first one, put info one, so it's on the preview. Just click on it with the mouse. Right, okay. And you got the special on the screen. But that should be in your preview window when you get the camera on your second line. Click go to that, yeah, and then when it finishes, go to the laptop and click stop stream. Okay, right, I'm going to head over. Right. Right, can we just get up?
So hopefully you all heard what Leslie Riddick had to say there, giving a vote of thanks to everybody who's been involved in organising this event, everybody who's here obviously, and to all the speakers. The event just now is finished. We will be back at 10 o'clock for a couple more speeches. I believe Lorna Slater from the Greens, amongst others, will be speaking then. And then there will be the display that we've talked about on the show this week, the Ellen Hofer of EU Citizens for an Independent Scotland, and obviously a occasional host and guest on Broadcasting Scotland. She's been organising that, so we'll be looking forward to seeing that. As Leslie said, there are over 40 broadcasters here from all over Europe and all over the world. This has been a big moment. Scotland is very much in the European eye, very much in the world's eye just now. People know what's going on in Scotland. People know that Scotland does not want to leave the EU, but we are leaving tonight against our will. And there are, as I say, journalists from all over the world here to document it. Broadcasting Scotland, of course, as always, tries to be at all of these kind of events. So, as usual, we'd just like to ask you, if you're able to, go to broadcastingscotland.scot/register, become a supporter, sign up and help us to bring you the news as it happens all across Scotland in what might very well be a very important year in our history. Thanks for joining us tonight, though. Have a great night.